Hi everybody, it's Kayla and welcome back to Speed Build Someday. Today my cat's sitting on my desk, she won't move. She might leave since I started talking. Yep, there it is. I started talking so she's gone. But today we are building a lakeside cabin in The Sims 4. This is a long-awaited speed build version of my Let's Build. I posted 7 parts of this Let's Build. This is the 8th video on this cabin. We've been having a time, but I finally got it done. It's finally all uploaded, and I am I'm ready to share this speed build version with you because from what I understand, most of you probably didn't watch all 8 parts of this, because on it, or 7 or whatever, how many I did, I don't know. But like, it's been 7 parts. It was like 4.5 hours of YouTube content, and it took me even longer to build this. So I feel like you probably didn't catch it all. This is that speed build all together in one. Because like, again, watching a 30-minute video of doing real-time building of a house versus building a house in 25 minutes, the whole thing is very different, because you can watch a 25-minute Let's Build and just do the roof of one house, you know? But when you put it all together in one like this, it's a very big, different sort of viewing experience. And I was pretty proud of this build. I made this cabin. I had some inspo pics of cabins in real life, and I tried my best to make something similar in The Sims. It was hard to achieve because I wanted to have like wooden walls and wooden ceilings and all of that, like exposed beams of the log cabin and stuff like that. Hard to achieve in The Sims because obviously we don't really have like exposed beams or even ceiling painting at all. But I also used terrain tools, so I wanted to have the front of the house have this like raised still area and the back of the house be flat. So there's a lot of terrain tool fiddling to make that work. There's a lot of like, there's a pond, there's like a sunken fire pit area. There's a lot of terrain tool mess that happens in this build. I was pretty proud of it. Again, it did take me forever to do, so you'll see us fiddling with the terrain on the outside of this house a ton within this video. We keep leaving and coming back to it. I actually cut out the floor plan and the bathrooms and all the painting of the inside, because I spent like a whole part just doing the floor plan and painting the inside of the video, and so that was like it was like an hour of footage, and I had like 5 hours of footage, and this video was like an hour long sped up, and I was like, okay, we're not posting an hour-long speed build. That's not even a speed build at that point. Like, so I cut out those things. If you want to watch me do the floor plan, there is a real-time video where I kind of talk through my thought process, and that's a lot more helpful, I think, as far as like a building tutorial goes than just watching a speed build. This Let's Build in general, I feel like is a tutorial for building. People ask me to do a Builder's Bible again. I used to make these Builder's Bible like build tutorial videos, which I'll definitely revisit and do again at some point soon. But I'm making these builders like speed, what am I saying? I've been making these Let's Builds instead of speed builds, and also speed builds on top of them, because I'm just building on my channel now these days, I guess. I don't know. But this, like watching me make this house, the whole thing, in real time, I think is really helpful as far as like a building tutorial goes, or like a building guide, because you one, see my thought process, and 2, I explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it throughout the whole thing. So it isn't the same as just being like, oh yeah guys, here's a list of cheats. It's like, here's how I'm gonna do this weird terrain tool thing, and try to figure it out. Because to be fair, I don't know anything about terrain tools really in The Sims 4. I've built a few houses. I'm getting better. This is one of the first like big boy ones I've done with terrain tools. I've done a few more like the past week or so. I made a 70s inspired house, and I had a flat garage and like a stairway up to the front door, so that was kind of cool. But it's just a lot of fiddling with terrain tools. I'm not really there yet. Like, I'm not super good at what I'm doing, so I had a lot of issues with the staircase of this build. You'll see me struggle in the beginning a lot. I had this like 2-sided stair kind of going like this. It was really ugly. I ended up changing it, but it takes me a bit to get there. But I do fiddle with it a ton. And I left all that fiddling in with the staircase because, you know, all that terrain fiddling, that's the hard part, okay? Like, as far as like floor plans, you know, they're difficult sometimes, but whatever. Like the terrain fiddling, that's the confusing, weird part that no one knows how to do. So I'm going to leave that part in. And we're all going to sit here and we're going to watch and struggle with the terrain tools together because none of us know how to do them. I mean, I'm sure there are some very talented builders out there. I watch many of them on YouTube. I'm not one of them. I'm looking at you like Avalon Sims and stuff, but I get to see her this week. Oh my god, sorry. EA plays this week. I get to see a lot of Sims people at EA play this week in Los Angeles. I'm really excited about it. So like all your favorite Sims content creators are going to be in the one place all together. It's going to be wild. Good times all around. But either way, some people are way more talented than me. I'm just not that talented at building. But I'm getting there. I actually started recording my next Let's Build. I already recorded the first 2 parts. I'm doing a base game budget colonial inspired house. So we're doing a base game house. Because, I mean, I've done these past Let's Builds. I did this one, the cabin. I did that, like, Mediterranean house and the farm. And all of those are, they're pretty pack-filled, I'm not gonna lie. They're packed full of packs. And so I wanted to do a base game house because then people can actually play in it. So, because, like, realistically, this house, like, are you gonna play in it? Probably not, but like a base game family home, like I'm gonna teach you guys how to build that base game family home, and that I think is actually helpful to a lot of people that play The Sims, like to the regular Sims audience. And it'll be a short one too. I think it'll be like 3 or 4 parts total for the whole thing, so it won't be so bad. And then hopefully the new pack will come out, and I can do Let's Build with the new pack. That's my plan. I just don't know the time schedule of the release. I'm pretty sure, no spoilers, that I saw there was a leak for the new pack. It might be announced by the time you're seeing this video. I'm not sure when I'm posting this, because I am pre-recording for EA Play, but there was a leak for the new pack, and oftentimes whenever there's a leak for a Sims pack, it's like an accidental early listing from some game website of the pack, and it ends up being true. It's happened with Seasons and Cats and Dogs and City Living and all this stuff. The packs get listed early, and then they leak and all this stuff. Well, a pack called Tropical Paradise was leaked on a listing for a game website, and so I am inclined to believe that is the pack we'll be getting. Obviously, I don't know for sure, and when you watch this, it might have been announced already, so I probably sound like an idiot, but I would like to do a beach house. I've been kind of talking about wanting to do a beach house for a while. I was going to do that one next, but obviously if we have to wait for the pack to come out, like I'm not going to make a beach house now and then have the pack come out in 3 weeks and then do it then, so I'm gonna wait. I'm pretty sure the listing said like the end of June for the release, which makes sense to me. Like I'm thinking like late June for the release of the pack, which obviously I don't know. Don't take my word for that for sure. I have no idea. But that was the leak. So I'm guessing it's true. I am inclined to believe that. And so I think my next Let's Build will be a really cool beach house kind of thing. Assuming we have a really cool beach world. I don't know, I want like a really cool, classy, modern beach house. I considered doing like a Dutch colonial kind of thing too in Cats and Dogs, but I ended up on the base game house because I figured it made more sense to like make a more accessible build. We have plenty of time. I think I'm going to keep doing Let's Builds for a while. I really enjoy them. They're fun. It's easier than, I don't really like Let's Plays anymore. I do love the Let's Plays that I have going. I just don't really like making Let's Play content. I don't really want to play The Sims like that anymore. At least not right now. I still love doing it on Twitch. I just don't know if like Let's Plays are my thing. So I don't know how many more new ones I want to start, at least right now. I already have 2 going. It's already too many. If the new pack is really cool, I might do a short one of it as well. I also started that Living Off the Land Let's Play and then haven't posted it in a couple weeks because I got distracted doing Let's Builds. I can't have more than 2 Let's Plays at once. It just doesn't work. I can't. I have too many videos to make and not enough time. But all that being said, where was I going with that? I want to make more Let's Builds. I love doing Let's Builds because I like the like Let's Play form content, but it's not like Sims gameplay like with a family. It's like gameplay with building because I'm really into building right now. I've always been really into building in The Sims, and that's like my favorite part of The Sims is to build, and I just like that I can make these Let's Build videos because this is like how I want to play The Sims. Teaching you guys how to build, making cool builds, because whenever I do a Let's Build like this, I'm more inclined to do cooler, like bigger builds, because for like a typical speed build, I'm not going to spend like 6 hours on it, because to make like I make like 3 speed builds a week, I can't spend 6 hours on 3 speed builds a week, you know, like 18 hours on just 3 videos alone, and just the recording alone, let alone the voiceover and editing and stuff. That's just not practical for a person who's also a full-time student and also streams every day. But this, where I kind of split it up into parts, I can do that. Like, I can spend an hour and a half a day recording a part of this or whatever, and then kind of split it up some more. That we can handle. And I'm like, I make them more detailed because I'm splitting it up. Because you know when you build a house and you're trying to like crank out a house and get the whole thing done, and you've been working on it for like 5 hours and you're like, I just want it to be over, and then your bedroom's on it looking really lame and stuff. When you split it up, it works out much more nicely. And then you do like in one part, you're like, okay, we're going to finish the backyard today. And then you kind of sit down and you finish the backyard, and then the backyard gets done. And then you kind of move on to the inside. And then I also make like cooler themed houses for the Let's Builds, and I try to do cooler terrain tool things. It just works out better, okay? I'm being more creative. Green is not a creative color. I also have face cam on this because the videos that I have saved from this Let's Build, like the recordings, I recorded my face cam onto them, and so I'm covering my face cam with my face cam. Does that make sense? Like the video I'm watching back sped up has me sitting here sped up. I'm sitting there talking really, really fast. It's past me all sped up. I'm also realizing in watching this that I wear the same shirt in like every video. It's because I record, so here's what I do, right? I record like 3 days a week, and I like mass record, especially when I'm pre-recording. I'll record like 4, 5, 6, never 6, like 4 videos in one day, you know, and I'll wear the same shirt in all of them because I've recorded like 4 in one day. And then when it's a video like this, where I've recorded like 3 parts of one Let's Build all at once, it looks like I'm wearing the same shirt for like 3 weeks. But I'm not. It was all one day, I swear, I promise. I also wear the same hoodies like all the time. Because I don't leave my house, so I just, you know, like, wear my Dinosaur Try Guys hoodie, and then that's all. Like, I do wear other things, okay? I wear other shirts sometimes. It's just cold in my office because the fan's on sometimes, and then it gets hot in my office. I'm complaining for no reason. It doesn't matter. I did laundry today and packed for EA Play. I just finished packing. I'm leaving tomorrow. My flight's in the morning at like 11 o'clock, so I'll leave for here. I'll leave here at like 8:30 probably to go to the airport, and then I get to see my friends in LA. I'm pretty sure my friend Sasha is landing at the same time as me-ish, so we can like ride from the airport together, which will be fun because long Uber, and also I miss my friends, so like being in the Uber together will be fun. And also I'm not trying to die in an Uber. Like, probably won't die in an Uber, but, like, if you have the chance to not Uber alone, take it, you know? Like, split the cost, split the death risk, like, you know, listen, as a small young girl, I think it is a reasonable fear to worry about potential getting in a stranger's car, okay? Be safe, kids, you know what I mean? But back to the build for a second. This rock wall to cover how that terrain splits and gets lower, because I wanted to have a staircase down from like the level the back of the house is on to the actual level of the ground, and I wanted to have the fire pit kind of sunken and lower down. And so I had to use rocks to sort of cover that terrain wall where it lowers really abruptly. I spent so long fiddling with this. Like, you see this part that's recorded, I cut out some of it, and a lot of it I didn't even record because I did like the whole part recording it, and then I came back off camera and tried to fix it some more just so that it looked a little bit more natural and stuff. It took me so long to do. Terrain tools are so weird. It's one of those things where it changes like so abruptly, you know, like you do one thing and then all of a sudden it's broken and gone and it's, how do I fix it? Yeah. But I got there in the end. Speaking of terrain tools, hang on. How many of you guys know or play City Skylines? I'm sure some of you do. It's a city builder game. Think SimCity, but a lot better. Like, a lot better. It's a really fun game. I've been playing it a bunch recently. I streamed it last night and stuff, and I like to watch a lot of Let's Plays on it. Like, we all know and love James Turner, the Sim Supply, who is a Sims YouTuber, but he also has a second channel called Flavaliki where he makes a lot of other gaming content, and he's got a bunch of City Skylines Let's Plays, and I have been, like, obsessively watching his Sedona Let's Play for the last, like, couple months or so. I take a long time to watch things because I don't really have time to watch things in my spare time because there is no spare time, but I've been watching his Sedona Let's Play, and I just can't stop thinking about City Skylines. And I got to this point that I'm telling my story now because I thought terrain tools, and the terrain tools in City Skylines there's so much potential for disaster in that game because there's not an undo button. So, like, you know when you make a giant hole by accident and all of a sudden there's a giant hole in your city by accident? Yeah. So, I've been playing cities a little bit and messing with terrain occasionally. Not very often because it's dangerous, but, like, sometimes I just make a big mistake and it ends badly. It's not, I mean, you think I'm bad at terrain in The Sims. Like, I'm really bad at City Skylines. I wish that I was better at City Skylines. It's a really hard game because the traffic is confusing. Or it's not confusing, it's just difficult to mess with. And, like, making roads look nice. It's one thing to make, like, a functional interchange, like a functional highway. It's a whole other one for that functional highway to be nice looking. I'm just not good at that. I don't play that often, I guess, but, like, I don't know, I like to watch people who are good at City Skylines play City Skylines, like people like James, because they're really good at it, and it's fun to watch them do things, and they also have, like, the patience to play till a late point in the game where they've got, like, a really giant city and, like, all these population things and stuff like that, whereas I build a city, start it out, and then get sick of it or have, like, some traffic issue or something, and then I'm like, I can't fix it, and then I quit. And make a new city, because it's going to be better the next time, I promise. And I just, yeah. I also play with money cheats because I'm so tempted to want to play, because I see people like James, and I watch Biffa on YouTube too. They have like all these things unlocked, right? And they're really cool things, and I want to play with those cool things. Like, ooh, what, monorails? No way, you know? Like, subways? Yes. And so I want them immediately. I want them now. So I play with Unlock All on and unlimited money, so I can just build whatever I want. And then I end up spending a really long time just, like, making, like laying out roads and stuff, and not actually zoning or placing anything. And my games just pause while I lay out roads forever, and then I get bored and stop playing, and then I'm done playing City Skylines. It's the equivalent to, like, making your sim, building your house, and then coming in and being like, alright, I've been playing for too long, I'm done. That's the City Skylines equivalent to that. And, I mean, it's fine. But I just need to get over myself, I think. They had this new campus DLC come out recently. They got University for City Skylines and not The Sims 4, can you believe it? But they had campus DLC come out recently, and I want to play with it, and I bought it, but I haven't, like, got a city to a point where I need a university campus yet. So I'm working on one. I did cheat, though, so... But I watched, because I've been traveling a bit recently, and so I had 2, like, 9-hour flights to and from London. And so on those flights, listen, YouTube Red, let me tell you guys, you can download YouTube videos onto your phone offline and watch them offline, kind of like saving your Spotify playlist offline. I'm trying to dumb down and explain this because people don't know what that is, but you can, like, save YouTube videos and watch them offline. So I downloaded a bunch of Sedona videos, The Sim Supply, James Turner, love them the most. And a lot of Biffa, he makes, like, these fixing traffic videos. He goes in and people submit their cities to him, and then he fixes all the bad traffic. So he goes and have people that have, like, literally gridlocked traffic that isn't moving through the entire city. It's like a 4% traffic out of 100, like, disaster, and he fixes it, and it's so cool to watch because he's, like, magic, and I really enjoyed those. So I watched a lot of those on the flight home. I, like, in between, I bought Wi-Fi on the plane, and I wrote my paper, because... just school things, you know, and then I also watched City Skylines videos, so good stuff all around. I wrote a paper about the Cold War, and the looming threat of nuclear disaster, so, yep, very exciting stuff right there. I'm taking a class right now, I've mentioned it a million times, I'm sorry, but called The History of the Future, and so my paper was actually about analyzing a movie that, like, talks about the future, and then, like, talking about, like, how that translates to how people were, like, viewing the future at the time, like a primary source kind of thing. It's very interesting. I had fun doing that. I watched a movie called The Time Machine from 1960, and then I wrote my paper. So, really exciting stuff all around. Super cool. I know you care all about that. But here's my house. This kid's bedroom, I thought was the best part of the whole house. Aside from, like, the cool terrain tool stuff, I loved this kid's room because I wanted it to be a vacation home. Like, I picture your Sims coming to stay here in a cabin, like, in Granite Falls. So you would, like, take your Sims camping and stay here. So I wanted to have, like, kind of generic-looking rooms for your Sims to stay in. And so there's 2 double bed rooms. So there's 4 Sims can stay in there, like 4, like, adult Sims, 4 couples. Nope, 2 couples. But in my mind, the people that came here, it was, like, 2 couples and their young kids. Like, it's like, you know, these 2 high school best friends, their husbands, and then they both have, like, a daughter. So then they have their 2 daughters that are friends that come and stay. So it's like these 2 families come and stay here. That was my vision for the people that come to visit this house. So I have, like, a kind of generic kids room, but I like the color scheme a lot. And that big, like, cutesy rug, I thought it was pretty adorable. So I enjoyed placing that there. I thought it was nice. Thanks for listening. I know you guys care a lot about this, so you're welcome. But I like doing that. And then I got to put some, like, fun rustic things around the place. I use a lot of furniture that I never use. Like, I never use this outdoor retreat stuff, like, ever, because, well, because it looks like that. And so I never put it in my houses, but I finally got a chance to use it because this house really, like, lends itself to that. Although I built that, the living off the land cabin recently that kind of use some of these things, but most of the time my Sims houses do not use this sort of object. So it was fun to have, like, that god-awful, like, plaid bed and stuff like that in my build, because it's new. I never do that, so it was kind of enjoyable. It was an enjoyable experience to place those items. And the living room, you'll see me do it soon, gave me the biggest headache trying to decorate it, because the issue with this furniture, like, I love the colors on it. Like, I actually love that plaid bed. I think it's adorable, the red color on it. There's one that has like a bluish color too, but the wood colors on the frame, they're so bad. It's so bad. All the wood colors on the frames of this furniture is so bad, because the red one has this like weird orange colored wood, and then the darker blue one has like a more reddish colored wood, which is fine, but there's no furniture that matches it. Nothing in the game matches it, and it's infuriating because I just want to have this nice, cool furniture, but like, yet again, Sims 4 strikes again with its terrible wood coloring. I mean, I've said it a million times, I'll keep saying it, like, we all know it's a problem, but this is one of those packs where it's an absolute disaster kind of problem. Because, same thing with Cats and Dogs, there's a lot, like, Cats and Dogs has awesome furniture, there's a lot of great, cool things in that pack, but the woods don't match anything. And also, Laundry Day, great furniture, so adorable, but the woods don't match anything. Like, they gave some nice, cool swatches, and they're nice wood colors, but we only have the base game ones for everything else, and so you can't use those items because they don't match your house at all. If you're going to give us nice new things, like, at least give some matching swatches to the rest of our items. It's so frustrating that you can't place things nicely. Like, it... Maybe one day, in a future Sims game, years down the line, we'll have a better sort of swatch situation. Fingers crossed. In The Sims 2, and also in games like House Flipper and stuff, they have them differently. I've said it a million times on my channel too, I'm sorry for telling the story again. But in those games, like House Flipper I'm going to speak to personally because I've been playing a lot recently, but say you want to get a bed in House Flipper, okay? You pick the bed, you can pick the color of the bed frame, the color of the comforter, the color of the blanket at the foot of the bed, the color of the pillows at the top of the bed, and you can pick all 4 of those things separately. So you have plenty of options. You can have whatever wood frame you want, and I think that the frame is the worst part, right? Because you have these really cool, like, couch cushions, and you have really cool, like, bed frames and all this stuff, but the frame that you want, like, maybe you want to use the pink bed, but it's got, like, a black wooden frame, and the rest of your furniture is all white, or, like, maybe it's all green or whatever. It doesn't look good, and you can't control the frame color, and it's just ruined. It's ruined. In The Sims 2, you could pick them separately as well. In The Sims 3, there was a color wheel, so you could pick whatever you wanted. It's just terribly frustrating. It's really sad. I know we complain all the time about it, but this is one of those builds where it really, like, showed itself as an issue, because obviously the whole house is made out of wood, and so any, like, mismatched wood colors really stood out. But I figured out how to make it work upstairs. I kind of had that yellowy one and a more reddish one, and then, like, the painting in the fireplace all tied in the yellow. I think it ended up working pretty nicely. Again, there's mismatched wood colors there, but I feel like it sort of tied itself together. Like, that kind of works, what I've got there, because the coffee table matches the bookshelves, and then the fireplace has the lighter color and the more reddish color, so it all sort of, like, loops together and ties itself in. I don't know. That was the best I could do. It took a lot of fiddling, as you probably saw, because I couldn't get it to work or to match at all. It was very frustrating. I was very upset. If you could have seen, I covered my face with my new face, but, like, I'm watching myself do this right now, and I'm sitting here like, oh my god, nothing matches, help. I was so frustrated. But you can watch me do that in real time in the Let's Build video, and you'll just watch me struggle and try and explain and justify what I'm doing, and it was a disaster. But we got through it, it worked out, it was fine, everything's fine. We're fine, I swear, okay, it's fine. Anyway, the video is kind of coming to a close. I'm putting on some final little touches around the place. I cut out some parts of myself as well. I ended up downloading off the gallery some plants, because you can get people on the gallery will have, like, completed their gardens, and they'll have, like, every outdoor retreat plant, perfect quality, blah, blah, blah. And in outdoor retreat, there's a lot of stuff with this herbalism skill, and so I downloaded those plants off the gallery, and I kind of put them around the place. So you'll see, like, on the patio and on the benches and things like that, there's little plant pots around with, like, all those plants, because you can use them for the skill. And so I figured if you were going to play in this house, maybe you come here with your Sims, if you want to use my existing plants, go for it, but also if you want to go, like, hunting for them yourself, you know, you can just remove them or whatever. But there is the space to grow them, and they're already started growing. So it's all set up, it's all ready to go, and this house is, I think, the perfect vacation spot, the perfect cabin in the woods. I'd come and stay here. I wouldn't go camping in the woods because I'm going to die, but I'd stay in this cabin, and that's all that matters, right? But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, all the Let's Build parts I mentioned a million times, but they're linked down below. Check them out, watch the Let's Build. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm a little bit biased because I made it, but it's good, I swear.